curious if the first thing that you said as a shortcoming for your father was him splitting up from your mom, but if I'm not mistaken, you split up from Solomon's mom.
Yeah, my father got remarried when I was 16. He was single pretty much most of my childhood. My mother got remarried for 1 year when I was 12. So I don't really have a real personal connection to a long-lasting, successful relationship unless I'm looking at my friends' parents.
Do you see that as a shortcoming for you?
Yes and no, because I like my independence and I like who I am, but at the same time, I think that I have had some good partners in the past that I was not able to free myself, or I was not able to just embrace them and do this thing together, go off and just be together. And I kind of have probably mimicked my parents in their single lives.
How did you mimic them?
I mean, my mother been single since I was 12. And I completely believed that I could die single and be completely fine with it, but there is a part of me also that is interested in having a partner and having somebody to grow old with as well. I have a daughter named Sage, and it was the loss of my daughter's mother that turned a lot of things around for me.
Why?
Because we had a really good thing and she was a really good lady, but I was so caught up in my own internal shit that I could not get out of the way to allow it to be what it was, and I lost the girl and my daughter. That was like the most pain that I've probably ever had to like endure. Like there was a period, probably like a year, maybe a year and a half, like where I mourned the loss of, they moved all the way to North Carolina, and my daughter is such a sweet, beautiful little girl, and I just had a very hard time dealing with myself for allowing her to go.
What did you learn from that?
We learned a lot about each other and our past, and we talked through a lot of these things and cried a bunch and all of this other stuff, but still, for whatever reason, I was just not able to get out my own way. Whatever the case may be, because it was all kind of laid out there for me. It's different too, like, okay, am I really gonna like get married and like, okay, I'm gonna marry and I got my 2 kids and we're gonna be in the house. This sounds really sweet. But then there was also part of me like the walls are closing in, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, it seems really rewarding too, but I don't know. I was like, still some more adventures and activity out here in the world that like I can get into. So, I mean, I dealt with the decision to go the other way or whatever, but I definitely never want to put myself in that position.
So you made the choice to exit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it fair to say that you chose your desire for freedom over anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Do you regret it?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because I miss Sage. That's all.
Because you miss your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
What traits do you see of yourself in your son that you may not want him to take away with?
I don't want my son to be scared to be in a committed monogamous relationship because he did not see his father married, or he did not see me in that one relationship his whole life. He's seen me in various relationships, good, bad, and however. But I like to think that he seen me respect people. Some people, if they knew my particular track record, may consider me a womanizer. So I wouldn't want him to go through that mode as the stereotypical athlete, but it really all boils down to respect and honesty. So you have as many sexual partners as you want, but have some intelligence about what that means, what you're opening up. You're creating, you're stirring a lot of things with that by choosing to have, X amount of partners. So if that's what you want to do, okay, but don't be ignorant about it, and don't be misleading and using people. And for whatever your end is, whatever you're trying to achieve.
Well, at this point in your life, what have you learned?
I think as humanity, I think we just need to be more open-minded and more caring about other people's experiences, because I really don't know where you come from. I don't know where she comes from, whatever the case may be. But at the same time, we still have this human bond that it is something. So why can't it just be all love, yo? It's all a work in progress, but I'm willing and down to do the work, for myself, and because I know as I continue to be better and I continue to heal and be the best version of myself, is only going to improve the people that's around me.
Yeah.
And that stuff is crucial. Whenever I was a lot younger, partying and hooking up and all that stuff, took more of a precedent. But as I mature and as I get wiser, I find so much more value in other things. If you're a dad, be a dad. Rock with your kids and be open to them, listen to them, and less judging and more helping. I think that's the thing. Yeah, let's help each other more. I think that's really important.